Hey everyone, welcome back to the Deep Dive. You know why you're here, right? To dig a little deeper, get past the headlines, and really understand how things work. And today, we're tackling something pretty huge, something a lot of you have been asking about. The history of disease, vaccines, and public health. Big topic, but we've got some amazing source material to dive into.
Yeah, this is going to be good. What's really fascinating about the stuff you sent over, especially this one book, is how it takes on some pretty big assumptions, like
Yeah.
the idea that vaccines were the only reason, or even the main reason, that deaths from infectious diseases dropped so dramatically.
Right. I mean, that's what we kind of all grow up hearing, but this book, it really pushes back against that. So what we're going to do today is look at how our understanding of health has changed over time, right?
Hmm.
We'll look at historical data, but also, and this is key, we'll look at some alternative viewpoints on what really made people healthier.
Exactly. I mean, think about it. Did medical breakthroughs make the biggest difference, or was it something else, like living conditions getting better? That's what we're going to unpack.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this book we're focusing on, it starts off by laying out this almost like, I don't know, this article of faith in the medical world. That vaccines were the magic bullet, the thing that saved us all from these deadly diseases.
Right, like a given. But then, boom, the author hits you with this counter argument. They say, hold on, what about things like sanitation, clean water, better food? Those things played a huge role too, maybe even a bigger role in wiping out diseases, including some we now have vaccines for. Like, they even point out that diseases like scarlet fever and typhus, which we didn't have vaccines for back then, declined just as much thanks to these improvements in how people lived.
Whoa, that's a really different way of looking at things. Like, is it really all about the medical stuff, or is it about how we live, how we take care of ourselves and our environment? That's a big takeaway right there.
Totally. And what makes this even more interesting is the author's background. This isn't just some random person with an opinion. They're a medical professional.
Oh, wow. So someone from inside the system, basically.
Yeah.
That gives their questioning even more weight, I think.
Absolutely. Here's someone who was taught all this stuff, probably believed it for years, and then through their own work, their own research, they started to have doubts.
And it wasn't easy for them to speak out either. The book mentions they faced some serious pushback, even professional charges, just for raising concerns about vaccine safety. Kind of shows you how sensitive this whole topic is.
Yeah, it's like there's this fear, right? The book even quotes George Bernard Shaw, who said that doctors are terrified to say anything that goes against the grain, against what everyone else in their profession believes.
So how do we have real conversations, real debates, if people are afraid to speak up?
Hmm. That's a bit scary, honestly. And that's kind of what led the author down this path of questioning, right? They dug into the data, the actual numbers, and started realizing, wait a minute, this whole vaccine saved us all story might not be the whole picture.